I was sort of desperately chasing being successful, because then you have a career and you don't have to wait tables or do construction work anymore. So I wanted that, but I wasn't quite sure how to get it or how to achieve it. And then you got to get a little lucky, along your life. That's the main thing.
I'm curious when it happened, because you say you're working for it, you want it, you're hungry. When it happens, was there anything that you thought you were expecting? And then when it happened, you were like, that was completely different than how I envisioned.
Well, I think a lot of it's different than you'd expect it to be. But also, I'm sort of an age where I don't want to ever get caught complaining about having, living sort of a successful life in the industry that's very hard to be successful in. So, you'll never hear me complain about it. Your BS radar gets very good, but no, it's not hard to. This is actually a small town, and the people in it are, most of them that I know are really good friends and very kind. So I don't find it hard to, find really, the big knock on LA was always just superficial, and you can find superficial people in almost any town you go into. So you just have to be able to find people that you're friends with.
I feel happy for the movie, happy for Noah Baumbach. He did all this great work, and I'm proud to be in it. And I know it's good for the movie, and that's how you feel. And I really I appreciate every bit of whatever the hell's happening. You try to just do what's right for the movie. Noah wrote this movie. I knew he would talk to me about what he'd like to see, and I try to give him as close as possible to what he wanted.
This movie kind of balances paid loyalty with love, real love.
Yeah.
How do you form relationships in an industry like this where everything is so transactional,
You form a team. You forget about that immediately when you guys are feeling the same ups and downs, and it's their job. It's a manager, a publicist, all that. They work their asses off. They care as much as you do, and it's a nice teamwork.
It was really kind of instinctual. It's like when we were writing it that it was a movie about a movie star, but the audience should have the real audience should have the same history with the actor playing the movie star as the people in the movie have, and that there would always be a kind of tension between George and Jay.
There is something interesting in the fact that we're both playing aspiring actors in the film as young people in the industry, and the film sort of says that maybe it's not worth it. So there are questions that I'm sure we've been asking ourselves after watching the film.
But as well as Hollywood, I feel like this could deal with somebody who was at the top level of any industry, and what it means to just really sacrifice something to go after something at the cost of family and friends and a life, because I think everybody, regardless of profession, is ambitious and has dreams, and some people take it all the way. And I guess to people who aren't in the industry, it'll be interesting. It's just I think it is more universal than just like it's within Hollywood.
That's what's important, values. To that question, because I watched a lot of Clooney movies, and I try to pick up on elements of him, because naturally as an actor you bring parts of yourself to the character. So I knew George was going to bring elements of himself to it. We did have that crazy day.
We had a cool moment. It was just the first day of being on set or in rehearsals, really. We were sort of waiting around in a massive room.
It was the largest rehearsal room I've ever seen.
And then we hear George's voice from about 20 meters away, getting nearer, and we're like, okay, that's him. And George and Billy walk in with Noah. And for the next 3 hours, we're talking to them and watching them talk about their experiences at our age in the industry, and It was so informative and fascinating, and they were so lovely, broke the ice to the point where they even got up on their feet and were doing our monologue,
Yeah.
but in front of us.
Yeah, we had to
Which was
watch
pretty
two superior actors do our scene before we got up.
Yeah.